You're doing everything you've been told. You work hard, you put in the extra hours, maybe you even have a side hustle or two. You are constantly grinding, chasing that next promotion, that next pay bump, but you've got this nagging feeling like you're a hamster on a wheel. So what if I told you that the one thing you believe is the key to getting rich, your hard work, is actually the cage keeping you poor? For most of us, our income is tied directly to our time. An hour of work gets you an hour of pay. That simple equation is the biggest trap in our society. The moment you stop working, the money stops coming in. You're capped by the 24 hours in a day. This video is about one thing: breaking that equation. It's about the massive difference between making an income and building wealth, and why just trying harder will never be enough to set you free. Stick around, because this is the fundamental shift that separates the wealthy from everyone else. The Great Deception: why your effort will never be enough. We've all been sold the same dream. Climb the corporate ladder, put in your 40, 50, even 60 hours a week, and you'll be rewarded. But this is a classic mix-up of correlation and causation. We see successful people, we see them working hard, and we just assume the hard work is what caused their success. The hard truth: millions of people work themselves to the bone and are still broke. The problem isn't how hard you work, it's the vehicle you're pouring all that effort into. Think of it like this: you can be the best, most dedicated bucket carrier in your village. You can haul water from the river faster than anyone, carrying 2 buckets at a time for 16 hours a day. Sure, you'll make more than the person who only works 8 hours, but what happens if you get sick, or you want to, God forbid, take a vacation? The water stops flowing, your income stops flowing. Now imagine someone else decides to use their time a little differently. Instead of carrying buckets, they start building a pipeline. It's slow, frustrating work at first. For a while, they aren't bringing any water to the village. People probably think they're crazy. But once that pipeline is built, water flows 24/7, whether they're physically there or not. They didn't just work hard, they built a system. That is the difference between working for an income and building wealth. Your 9 to 5, no matter how high-paying, is a bucket-carrying job. You are paid for your time, it's linear. Wealth, on the other hand, comes from building pipelines, assets, and systems that work for you. The problem isn't the work, it's the broken model of trading your limited time for money. Working yourself to exhaustion at a job that's designed to cap what you can earn will never make you free. In fact, it actively prevents you from getting rich because it steals the one thing you need to build a pipeline: your time. The two financial realities: income vs. wealth. To really get this, we have to understand the difference between two words we throw around like they're the same thing: income and wealth. They are not. Income is a flow. It's the money that hits your bank account from your salary or your wages. It's what you use to pay the bills, buy your groceries, and cover your day-to-day life. A doctor making $300,000 a year has a great income. It's renewable, but it depends entirely on them showing up to do the work. Wealth, on the other hand, is a stock. It's what you own. It's your net worth, the value of all your assets minus your debts. These assets are things like investments, real estate, a business, or intellectual property. Wealth is your financial foundation, a snapshot of your security and your freedom. A person with a regular salary who has quietly built up a portfolio of rental properties could easily have more wealth than a high-earning doctor who spends every dime they make. This is why a big paycheck doesn't automatically make you wealthy. In the United States, upper-income families have seen their wealth grow significantly, while middle-income families have struggled to keep up. Why is that gap widening? Because wealth creates more wealth. While you're working harder just to keep up with inflation eating away at your paycheck, the wealthy own assets, like stocks and real estate, that are growing in value. Their money is working for them. You're selling your time, they're owning things that grow over time. That's the entire game. The time for money trap in action. Let's be real about what the time for money trap feels like. It's that knot in your stomach knowing that if you lost your job, you'd be in serious trouble in a month or two. It's working a 50-hour week and feeling like you don't even have the time to think, let alone dream about bigger goals. The whole system is designed to keep you on a hamster wheel: work, earn, spend, and repeat. This trap is held in place by a ton of societal pressure. We're pushed into taking on huge mortgages, car loans, and student debt that chain us to needing that steady paycheck. Corporate loyalty is praised, but let's be honest, that loyalty is rarely a two-way street. And our desire for instant gratification, that new phone, that fancy vacation, keeps us focused on today's income instead of tomorrow's assets. But here's the most twisted part. The harder you work inside this trap, the more scared you become of taking risks. When every single dollar you have was earned through your own sweat and hours, the thought of risking it on an investment or a business idea feels terrifying. You work too damn hard for that money to lose it. So you hoard it in a savings account where it slowly gets eaten alive by inflation, instead of putting it to work in an asset that could actually grow. Your hard work has ironically made you afraid to take the exact steps you need to take to build real wealth. Quick pause for a second. If this video is making you think differently about money and work, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I post videos like this every week about building wealth, escaping the time for money trap, and creating financial freedom step by step. Now let's keep going. The roadmap to change, escaping the trap. So, how do you get out? This isn't about storming into your boss's office and quitting tomorrow. It's about a deep shift in how you think and what you do. Here's a simple 3-step roadmap to start your journey from bucket carrier to pipeline builder. Step 1, the mindset shift from worker to owner. This is it. This is the most important step. You have to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an owner. An employee asks, how much do I get for this hour? An owner asks, how can I build a system that makes money even when I'm not here? You have to shift your focus from your salary to your net worth. You have to accept that you will never get rich by renting out your time. You must own things. You must own equity. The wealthiest people work incredibly hard, but they work on building and improving their pipelines, not on carrying buckets. Their effort has leverage and scale. Step 2, understanding and building leverage. Leverage is how you multiply your effort. The wealthy know they can't just clone themselves, so they use leverage to break the link between their input and their output. You have to find a way to make money while you sleep. There are a few ways to do this. You can use capital, investing your money into assets like stocks or real estate that grow and pay you. You can use labor, building a business and hiring people to work in the system you created. And now, more than ever, you can use code or media. Creating a piece of software, writing a book, or building a YouTube channel is work you do once, but it can pay you again and again with no extra time from you. J.K. Rowling didn't get paid by the hour to write Harry Potter. She built an asset that is still generating income for her decades later. Your goal is to detach your income from your time. Step 3, build your first asset today. This is where it gets real. Building wealth feels huge and intimidating, but it starts with one small step. Your only goal right now should be to buy or create your very first asset. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple. This could be as easy as opening an investment account and setting up an automatic transfer of $100 a month into a low-cost index fund. Just like that, you're an owner. You own a tiny piece of the biggest companies in the world. It might feel small, but you've started building your pipeline. Thanks to the power of compound interest, someone who starts investing just $200 a month at age 25 can have over $500,000 by age 65, crushing the results of someone who starts later. Or your first asset could be something you create. Spend a weekend building a simple digital guide or a set of templates and put it up for sale. Even if it only makes one sale while you're sleeping, you've done it. You've broken the time for money equation. You've built your first tiny pipeline. From there, you learn, you improve, and you build another. The idea that you have to trade your life's hours for money is the biggest lie we've been told. It's a system designed to keep you running, always tired, always chasing, but never actually getting anywhere. Your hard work is incredibly valuable, but it's being poured into a broken model. True wealth isn't about a bigger paycheck, it's about freedom. It's about owning systems that create value for others and, in turn, for you. It's about building pipelines, not just carrying bigger and bigger buckets. The change starts in your mind, with the decision to stop being just a worker and start becoming an owner. That is the first and most powerful step toward a life where your time is finally your own. If you're ready to learn more about how to actually build these assets and create your own financial freedom, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be sharing practical, step-by-step guides on how to build those first pipelines. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. What's the first asset you're going to build?